So the name of the set is Checkup on World Health Day. Question is, on 7th April, World Health Day, the Health Department of Gautam Budh Nagar Government Hospital sends two teams PNQ to two housing societies, Tata Steel and ATS respectively, for a checkup of citizens. Each team has to visit five houses, 1 to 5, and come back to the hospital with the findings. In general, it takes 5 minutes to complete the health checkup of a kid, 3 for an old person, and 1 minute for a young person. It is very important to check each and every person present in the house. It is known that Team Q took 2 hours and 32 minutes to cover their respective 5 houses. ठीक है, तो टीम क्यू की इंफॉर्मेशन दे रखी है, and further we have information that it takes 5 minutes for the checkup of a kid, 3 for old person, and 1 minute for a young person. And some details are given respective to P and Q. So detail of Team P's visit at Tata Steel. So overall, they met 19 people, 19 old people, 15 kids and 18 young ones. Except the first and the fourth house, all the houses had more young people than the old ones. The fourth house has total of 11 members. Also, the fourth and the third house had the same number of kids. Then first house had less than 13 members in the house. The fifth house had half as many old people as the second house. Overall, there were 12 members in the second house, including one kid. And every house had at least one kid, one old and one young person. The first house had two kids, same as the fifth house. The first, fifth, and third house had three young people each. So basically, information is given है. So we actually have got the idea कि हमें करना क्या है, क्या करना होगा. तो जो दिमाग में क्लिक कर रहा है कि basically we need to find the number of young people, old people, and the kids in each and every house. So 1, 2, 3, or 5, there are 5 houses. So we need to find the particular number कि कितने young people है, कितने old और कितने kids है. And some details are given specific to Q as well. So basically ये इस पे आपके क्वेश्चन बेस्ड हैं. There are 6 questions based on this. तो आप समझ चुके हैं क्या करना है. तो यहाँ पे वीडियो पॉज करें एक बार एंड फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल ट्राई द सेट बाय योरसेल्फ. नहीं होता है या हो भी जाता है देन आप इसको आगे कंटिन्यू करें. सो आई होप आप लोगों ने ट्राई कर लिया होगा. So now let us try to fill this data for P. So details of team's P visit at Tata Steel. So overall they met 19 old people. So let us try to fill this. So overall 19 old people were there and 15 kids were there and 18 young ones were there. इनका टाइम कितना कितना है? For kids it is 5 minutes, right? For old ones it is 3 minutes and for young people it is 1 minute. तो यहाँ पे मैं दूसरे तरह से लिख देता हूँ. For kids it is 5 minutes, for old it is 3 minutes and for young people it is 1 minute. ये information. ठीक है. So we have utilized first point. Now second point, except the first and the fourth house, all the houses had more young people than the old people. More young people than the old people except first and fourth. तो second house में जितने भी old people थे उससे ज्यादा young people थे. So I am writing here A and A plus. Now A plus indicates that the number of members are more than that of A. ना A से ज्यादा है तो that is A plus, right? So second house में ऐसा है, they have more young people than old people. The same goes for third house as well. So let it be B and B plus. First और fourth में नहीं है, fifth में भी होगा. So let this be C and C plus. Right? The fourth house had a total of 11 members. So in fourth house, a total of 11 members were there. Also, the fourth and the third house had the same number of kids. So number of kids in fourth and third house, third and fourth house. So let the number of kids be DD each. So यहाँ पे same है. ये information हमने use की. तो we have utilized first point. हमने second point भी use किया है. Let us move to point number 3. The first house had less than 13 members in the house. So the members are less than 13. 13 से कम होने चाहिए. Fifth house had half as many old people as the second house. The second house में जितने भी old people हैं, which is A. So fifth house basically this is C. So C is basically A by 2. ये जो value है, ये A का half है. It is given to us that the fifth house had half as many old people as the second house. So this C is basically equal to A by 2. Overall, there were 12 members in the second house. So the members here are 12 and that included one kid. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे one kid है. Right? So I think we have utilized this third point as well. Every house had at least one kid, one old and one young person. So we cannot have the values as 0 for any of the block. The first house had 2 kids. ठीक है. First house has 2 kids, same as the fifth house. So fifth house has 2 kids. So basically the value of D is 2. And if the value is D is 2, so we can write the same value over here as well. No, that is for fifth house. I have written it in fourth house. Sorry, just give me a second. For fifth house के लिए दे रखा है मैंने fourth house पे कर दिया है. So here it is given that first house has 2 kids, which is same as that in fifth house. So यहाँ पे भी 2 होगा. The first, fifth, and third house had 3 young people each. First, fifth, and third house had 3 young people each. So first house with 3 young hai. Fifth में we have 3 young people, and in third house also we have 3 young people. तो ये direct information थी बच्चों जो fill हो पाई थी. Indirectly now we need to find out the values which are remaining. जो भी बची हुई उस पे देखते हैं किस तरह से कर सकते हैं. So first of all, the total number of kids were 15, out of which we have already decided 5 kids. 2 are in first house, 1 in second, and 2 in fifth house. Now 2D are remaining and 10 kids are remaining. You can simply say that 2D equal to 10. In सबका addition must be equal to 15. So from here 2D comes out to be 10 and D comes out to be 5. I hope ये आपको clear होगा. तो यहाँ पे मैंने क्या किया, इन सबको ऐड किया. So this 2 plus 1 plus D plus T plus 2 is equal to 15. यहाँ से हमको D की वैल्यू मिल चुकी है. So let me remove this variable. अब हमें पता चल चुका है तो इसको हटा देते हैं यहाँ से. Right? अब क्या करें? अब कौन सी वैल्यू पे फोकस किया जाए? Now we have some conditions. ना क्या क्या है? So let us focus on this C and A. Why? Because C is related to A. Now let us assume the value of, let's say C plus is 3. So for C we have 2 options only. C क्या हो सकता है? It has to be less than C plus. It has to be less than 3. It can be the 2 or 1. Now in case if we are taking C to be 1, C को यदि हम 1 ले लेते हैं, that implies that A by 2 equal to 1 and A from here comes out to be 2. तो A 2 हो जाता है. एक बार इस केस को लेके देखते हैं. I will use different color pen. C को I am assuming to be 1. C को 1 लिया तो A comes out to be 2. Right? ये 2 हो गया है. Now see, this is A plus. This has to be greater than 2 and the total must be equal to 12. तो ये वैल्यू 9 लेनी पड़ेगी हमें. ले लेते हैं एक बार. यहाँ पे यदि हम 9 ले लेते हैं बच्चों, तो यंग पीपल का जो कैलकुलेशन है वो टोटल वैसे ही 18 हो चुका है. See, 3 and 9 and 3 and 3. ये 18 हो चुका है. यहाँ पे 0 देना पड़ेगा, which is not allowed. Which is not allowed because the minimum value is 1. वो हमको दे रखा है. So from here we can say that the assumption that C must be equal to 1 is wrong. C को हम 1 नहीं ले सकते हैं. ठीक है. C को let us try to take it as 2. एक बार C को 2 लेके देखते हैं क्या आता है. So when we assume C to be 2, एक बार मैं सारा रिमूव कर देता हूं. So C is 2. If C is 2, so C is A by 2. So A by 2 is 2. So A comes out to be 4. So this will be 4. Now ये 5 हो चुका है तो A plus will be 7. यहाँ पर 7 है, यहाँ 3 है, यहाँ 3 है, यहाँ 3 है. So we have 16. So this must be then 2 क्योंकि total is 18. ये भी हम फिल कर चुके हैं. अभी तक सेटिस्फाइड है, कोई भी कंडीशन कॉन्ट्राडिक्ट नहीं हुई है. नाउ जो थर्ड हाउस में जो मेंबर्स हैं उनका पता लगाना भी बचा है, फोर्थ का पता लगाना बचा है, एंड आई थिंक फर्स्ट का भी बचा है कि कितने पीपल होंगे. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल यहां पर जो हम कह सकते हैं, यहां एक वैल्यू मिसिंग है. दिस वैल्यू शुड बी लेस देन 3. इन टोटल वी हैव 19 पीपल ओवर देयर. सो आउट ऑफ 19 4 यहां पे हो चुके हैं, 2 यहां पर हो चुके हैं. तो 6 वी हैव ऑलरेडी कवर्ड. राइट. इधर यहाँ पर in fourth family we have total of 11 members, out of which we have already covered 7. So here it must be 4 members. ये भी आ चुका है हमारे पास. राइट. यहाँ पे 4 members आ गए हैं. Now 4, 4 and 2 we have already covered 10. ये दो वैल्यूज से हमें 9 की वैल्यू फिल करनी है बच्चों. इन दोनों वैल्यूज के एडिशन must be equal to 9 because in total we have 19 members. Now this value, this particular value cannot be greater than 7. Why? Because this overall number of members in family 1 are less than 13, out of which we have already filled 5, 2 kids and 3 young. तो अब जो old बचे हैं वो maximum कितने हो सकते हैं? They can be maximum 7, जिससे इनका total 12 हो जाएगा. In case we take 7 over here, तो यहां पर कितना आ जाएगा बच्चों? यहां पर 2 आ जाएगा, which is correct because this value should be less than B plus. This is B. This should be less than B plus, which is satisfied. यदि मैं यहाँ पर 6 ले लेता तो ये वैल्यू हो जाती 3, जो कि हमारा क्वेश्चन गलत कर देती क्योंकि यहाँ पे जो B है that should be less than B plus. तो हमें यहाँ की भी डेफिनेट वैल्यूज मिल गई हैं that are 6 and 2. ये हटा देते हैं B plus. Now we have, I think we have figured out all the values now. सो दिस वाज द केस फॉर पी। पी की सारी वैल्यूज बहुत इजीली पता चली है, कोई भी ऐसा पॉइंट नहीं मिला हमें जहां पे हम स्टक आउट हो रहे हो या कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा हो, तो बहुत इजीली पी की सारी वैल्यूज पता चल चुकी हैं। नाउ लेट अस मूव टू क्यू। क्यू का कैसे क्या क्या इंफॉर्मेशन है उसको किस तरह से सॉल्व किया जाए। सो इन केस ऑफ क्यू, the information is, first of all, there was one information that in total it took 2 hours and 32 minutes. Now 2 hours is 120 minutes and 32 minutes. So overall 152 minutes थे जो हमें यहाँ पे लगे थे पूरे चेकअप में, ओवरऑल चेकअप में. Now let us move to all the points one by one. The first and the fifth house took the same amount of time. तो यहाँ पर हम टाइम की वैल्यूज लिखते हैं. So time taken by the first and fifth house are same. ठीक है, let it be TT. The fourth house had the same number of members as the second house. Members हम नीचे नोट करते हैं. So the fourth house had the same number of members as the second house. So let these be YY. ये दोनों वैल्यू सेम है. But they needed 18 more minutes. तो यहाँ पर यदि we have got small t over here, तो यहाँ पर t plus 18 टाइम लगा है, 18 मिनट ज्यादा लगा है यहाँ पे. The fifth house had 3 kids. So this value is direct. This is direct value for us. So fifth house has 3 kids. Time for kids एक बार वापस हम यहाँ नोट कर लेते हैं. It is 5 minutes for kids, 3 for old and 1 for young people. Their father had 5 siblings. Now they are talking about the kids in house number 5. So उन kids के जो father हैं उनके 5 young siblings हैं. That implies that in total there are 6 brothers and sisters in total. ठीक है, तो यदि 6 है तो ये सब यंग की कैटेगरी में आ गए. टू ओल्ड पेरेंट्स, तो ओल्ड की कैटेगरी में 2 आ चुका है. द मदर ऑफ द किड वाज नॉट प्रेजेंट व्हेन वी वेंट, सो ठीक है, हमने उनको काउंट वैसे भी नहीं किया था. नो वन एल्स लिव्ड देयर. सो आई थिंक वी यूटिलाइज पॉइंट नंबर बी एज वेल. बी की जो भी इंफॉर्मेशन थी हमने यूज कर ली है. सो यहां से फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल यही रुकते हैं, बिकॉज यहां से हमको टी की वैल्यू पता चल जाएगी. 3 kids 15 minutes, 2 old that is 6 minutes and 6 young people 1 minute for each young people, that makes it 27 minutes. तो यहाँ पे 27 minutes लग चुके हैं. एंड दिस इज सेम फॉर हियर एज वेल. यहाँ पे भी 27 minutes लगे होंगे. तो 54 minutes हमको पता चल चुका है कहाँ पे गए हैं. नेक्स्ट इंफॉर्मेशन क्या है उस पर चलते हैं. द थर्ड, फोर्थ एंड फर्स्ट हाउस हैज 4 kids each. कहाँ कहाँ पर 4 kids हैं? इन फर्स्ट हाउस, इन थर्ड हाउस and in fourth house. यहाँ पे we have 4 kids each. The second house had 15 members including, okay, so the total number, this y, the value of y is given as 15. तो यहाँ पर भी ये 15 हो जाएगा. तो second house had 15 members including 2 kids. So we have 2 kids, 1 old person was there and 12 young ones. यहाँ से हमें टाइम भी पता चल चुका है. Now 2 kids into 5, that makes it 10 minutes. 3 minutes for each old person and we have 1 old person. So 10 for kids, 3 for old and 12 for young. So that is 25. If this is 25, this has to be 43, which is 18 minutes more than this time. So this has to be 43. और यदि हमें सारे टाइम पता चल चुके हैं तो रिमेनिंग टाइम थर्ड फैमिली का भी हमें डेफिनेटली पता चल जाएगा, बिकॉज वी नो दैट द सम ऑफ ऑल द टाइम इज 152 minutes. So out of which we have this 27, 25 which is 52, 52 and 43 is 95, and 95 and we have 27, so which is how much? 122. We are left with 30 minutes, so that must be for family number 3. ये हमने यहां तक पता लगाया है. ओके, ठीक है, आगे देखते हैं. The second house had 15 members including 2 kids. I think we have utilized this information. The third and the first house had a total of 8 young people, inclusive both the houses. We have 8 young people, the third and the first house. So let us assume the number of young people here is x. So here it must be 8 minus x then. The third house had total 2 old people. So from here we can find the value of x very easily. So 4 kids into 5 minutes for each kid, 2 old into 3 minutes for each old, and 8 minus x into 1, and this must be equal to 30. So this is 20, this is 6, 26 plus 8 minus x is equal to 30, and x from here comes out to be 4. So this is 4, so this also is 4 only. Right? तो यहां से हमें ये पूरा पता चल चुका है. अब यहां से if we have 4 kids, so that makes it 20 minutes, 4 young, 4 minutes, and total were 27 minutes. That implies that there must be only 1 old person. 3 minutes उनका हो जाएगा. Similarly, यहाँ पर we have 15 members and the time left is 43 minus 20 out of 43 minutes kids की वजह से 20 minutes कवर हो चुके हैं. तो now let us assume, इसको भी हम बहुत easily कर देते हैं बेटा. कितने members हैं total? 15 out of which 4 are already kids. तो remaining are, यदि यहाँ पे हम y not y, let it be z, तो ये 15 11 minus z हो जाएगा क्योंकि इन दोनों का सम 11 आना चाहिए था. Now this z into 3 plus 11 minus z into 1, and this must be equal to remaining how many minutes? 23 minutes. So 2z is equal to how much? 12. So z from here comes out to be 6. So this is 6. So this is 5. So पूरी वैल्यूज हमें बहुत इजीली यहाँ पे भी पता चल चुकी है. और बच्चों यदि वैल्यूज इतनी अच्छे से पता चल गई हैं, तो let us now move to the question part. What was the total time taken by team P in Tata Steel to complete the health checkup of kids in first house? So kids in first house, 2 kids into 5 minutes each. Old person in third house is 2 old persons are there and 3 minutes for each old person. And young persons in fifth house, so 3 and 1 minute for each. So this is 10 plus 6 plus 3 totals 19. So the answer to the first question is 19. Going to second question, if all the young people would have not been present or would not have been covered, how much combined time would have been saved by both teams P and Q? So for each young people, there is 1 minute checkup time, right? Now let us simply count out the number of young people. वही हमारा आंसर होने वाला है. So we have 3 and 7, 10, 13, 15, 18, and 4 is 22, 34, 38, and 11 is 49. So correct answer is 49. Next question, how much time did it take for the team Q to cover their third house in 8 years? So third house में कितना time लगा है? I think that we have already calculated. In third house they have taken 30 minutes, right? ये तो हमने पहले लिख रखा है. So the answer to this question is 30 minutes. Moving to next question. If each team ignored 2 houses, each that took the minimum amount of time, then the difference in the time taken by the teams P and Q in minutes would be. तो इसके लिए हम एक काम करते हैं. For Q we have already noted down the time, that is 27, 25, 30, 43 and 27. So it is 27, 35. Then it was, I think this was, I need to check it once more. It's 25, 30. So this is 25, this is 30, this is 43 and this was 27. So the minimum time was for this 25 and we can take either one from house 1 or 1 or 5. तो इसका कितना टाइम हो रहा है बच्चों? 43 and 27 is 70 and 30 is 100 minutes. So we have 100 minutes for Q. Now let us check for house P. House P में यहाँ पर कितना हो गया है? So for house number 1 we have 10, 5 per kid and 3 makes it 21 and 1 per young people. So this is basically 34 minutes. यहाँ पर it will be 5 plus 4 into 3 is 12 plus 7. So this is 19 and 24. For third it is 25 plus 6 plus 3. That is 34. And for house number 4, this is 25 plus 12 plus 2. So this is 39. And for house number 5, it is 10 plus 6 plus 3, that is 19. So we need to remove the 2 houses, each that took the minimum amount of time. So we need to remove this 19 one and we need to remove this 24 wala. So the time taken over here is 98 and 9 is 107. So the difference is of 7 minutes simply. Right? यहाँ पे 107 minutes लगेगा, यहाँ पे 100 लगेगा. Difference of 7 minutes. How many young people did team Q check from third and fourth house combined? So Q and third and fourth house combined, the answer should be 4 and 5, 9. And I think this is the last question. For which of the following houses was the absolute difference between the total times taken by team P and Q to complete the health checkup of all the person in the house the greatest? So which of the following houses? For first house. So ये question हम वापस पीछे जाते हैं. So the options are first, third, fourth and fifth. So first house में जो difference आ रहा है, that is of 7 minutes, 34 and 27. Second house में it is of 1 minute only. In third house it is of 4th minute. Fourth house it is of 4 minutes and fifth house it is of 12 minutes. So हमें बताना था कि ये difference maximum कब है. So I think the answer is fifth house. सो द सेट वाज क्वाइट इजी, बहुत इजी था सॉल्व करना, वाज नॉट एट ऑल डिफिकल्ट। मुझे लगता है कि एक्चुअल पेपर में अराउंड 12-13 मिनट्स के अंदर हम ये पूरा सेट आसानी से कर सकते हैं, एंड वी कैन डेफिनेटली स्कोर 18 डेफिनेटली। सो आई होप ये आपको अच्छे से क्लियर होगा। थैंक यू।